Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. In this video we want to solve the quadratic equation 7x squared plus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0 by using method of completing the squares. So let's start. And so we have 7x squared plus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, to be able to use method of completing the squares to solve this quadratic equation, you need to make sure that the coefficient of x squared is always 1. So how do we do that? We can do that by dividing both sides by 7. So over here, 7 will cancel out 7, so you are going to be left with x squared plus 2x all over 7 minus 1 over 7 is equal to 0. And from here, let us move this term to the right hand side. So we are going to have x squared plus 2 over 7x is equal to 1 over 7. Now from here, what we are going to do next is that we are going to multiply half by the coefficient of x. And the coefficient of x in this case is 2 over 7. So times 2 over 7. And from here, 2 cancel out 2, so we are going to have 1 over 7. So after getting 1 over 7, then we square our results. And then we add and subtract our results from the equation. So we are going to have x squared plus 2 over 7x. Then we add 1 over 7 squared. Then we subtract 1 over 7 squared. And then this will be equal to 1 over 7. So this minus this gives us 0. So we've added 0 to the equation, of which we have not done anything wrong to the equation. And so from here, let's move the negative term to the right hand side. So we are going to have x squared plus 2 over 7x plus 1 over 7 squared is equal to 1 over 7 plus 1 over 7 all squared. And then from here, we can combine this term as x plus 1 over 7 all squared. Then this will be equal to 1 over 7 plus, when we expand this, we are going to have 1 over 49. Now from here, let's find the LCM. The LCM here is 49. So 7 into 49 is 7, and then 7 times 1 gives 7. Plus 49 into 49 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So we are going to have x plus 1 over 7 all squared is equal to 8 over 49. Now let's clean this side. So from here, we want to get rid of this squared, and we can do that by taking the square root of both sides. So when we do that, we are going to have x plus 1 over 7 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 8 all over 49. And so from here, let us move 1 over 7 to the right hand side so that x will stand alone. So we are going to have x to be equal to negative 1 over 7 plus or minus the square root of 8 all over 49. So here we are going to have negative 1 over 7 plus or minus, and then from here we can rewrite this as square root of 8 all over square root of 49. So you are going to have x to be equal to negative 1 over 7 plus or minus square root of 8 all over square root of 49 gives 7. And so let's clean this side. Now from here, let us go ahead and simplify square root of 8. So we have square root of 8. So this will be equal to square root of, we can rewrite 8 as 4 times 2. Here we can distribute the square root to get square root of 4 times square root of 2. And square root of 4 is 2. So we're going to have 2 root 2. And so we are going to have s to be equal to negative 1 over 7 plus or minus 2 root 2 all over 7. Or we can have s to be equal to negative 1 over 7 plus 2 root 2 all over 7. Or we can also have s to be equal to negative 1 over 7 minus 2 root 2 all over 7. And so that will be all for this video. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and then comment as well.